Android 12, Google's latest update to the Android operating system. Google officially rolled out Android 12 for their Pixel phones back in October 2021. Now, after eagerly awaiting the release of One UI 4, Samsung users can finally experience. I've been using One UI 4 on my Samsung Note 20 Ultra for the past few weeks now. I've gathered a list of the top 10 features I've enjoyed most from Android 12. Hello and welcome to the Tech Div. Privacy is more relevant now than it ever has been. With so much of our time spent on our devices, it's no wonder people may be wondering how safe their device really is. With this in mind, Android 12's new camera and microphone indicator is a reassuring new feature. This is a very similar feature offered by iOS 14, which rolled out back in September 2020. It's good to see Google follow a more positive trend and add a similar feature. The indicator works by displaying a green camera and microphone logo whenever an app is using either feature. It's nice to know that our phones now have a way of indicating whenever their camera and microphone is being activated. I'm sure plenty of other Android users like myself enjoy the use of the picture-in-picture mode. I probably use it most when watching YouTube. If I'm in the middle of watching a video and suddenly need to navigate somewhere else on my phone, I don't need to completely exit out of the YouTube app. Letting the video continue to play in a smaller picture-in-picture window with the touch of a home button has always been something I've really enjoyed. Now, that window is also resizable. While it isn't resizable to any size you'd like, there's basically a larger window about the width of your phone screen in addition to the original smaller size. Switching between the two sizes is really simple. Just double tap the window and it'll switch between the original small size and the new larger size. On a side note, the countdown timer also shows in picture-in-picture. This is really helpful for keeping your eye on the timer without the need to pull down the notification bar. Similar to picture-in-picture, I really enjoy using the pop-up window and split screen mode. We now have more convenient controls for these pop-up windows located right at the top of the window. You can now choose whether you want the window controls to be constantly visible or hidden. This basically gives you the option for quicker access to controls or more screen real estate for what you're viewing. All the same controls are present: open and split screen, minimize, maximize, and close app. In addition to the new control visibility button, there's also a new opacity button. This is a pretty cool feature, but I'm not too sure how useful it is. Now, in terms of customization, it's now much easier to customize the color scheme of your phone's icons. Once you go to set a wallpaper, you have the option to match app icon colors to the wallpaper automatically. The phone will recognize different colors in your chosen wallpaper and adjust various icon colors in the phone's UI to complement your background. I was pretty surprised to see how well it actually works in finding colors that match your wallpaper. A change of wallpaper has a huge impact of how you view your phone, and now you could customize your experience even more. Widgets have always been one of my favorite features on Android. The ability to use widgets rather than opening an app is extremely useful. One UI 4 makes widget selection much cleaner and more intuitive. The widget drawer has basically been overhauled, making it a lot easier to find what you need. Apps that feature widgets are sorted alphabetically and even show how many types of widgets each app offers. To choose one, just hit the drop down and you're greeted with a clean layout that shows exactly how each widget will look on your home screen. If you're someone who uses widgets, then this is definitely a nice way to get the most out of what each app offers. It makes seeing and selecting your widgets much easier. I noticed a few new camera features as well, one specifically while recording video. Before, the record button basically mimicked a physical button in that you'd press it and the recording would only begin when you release the button. Now, your video will start recording as soon as you press the button, not after it's released. It's a small update, but it can make all the difference when you're trying to capture every second of something. Also related to the camera, you can now record videos while you're in photo mode. Rather than switching out of photo mode, you could just hold down the shutter button, and you'll notice that after a second or so, the button will turn red, and a time code will appear at the top to let you know that it's recording. To stop recording, you just let go of the shutter button, but if you want to continue, there's a little lock located right above the shutter button, and if you slide your finger without letting go of the screen onto that lock, it'll lock the button so you could continue recording without holding down. One thing I noticed is that the video quality you set in video mode doesn't carry over to this feature. I had my video recording quality set to 4K 60 frames, but using the record feature in photo mode resulted in a video that was 1920 by 1440. It's not a huge deal, but it's definitely something worth keeping in mind. On the photo side of things, the camera now supports pet portraits. Pets could now rest assured that their Instagram posts will be exceptionally crispy. I actually didn't notice an issue with pet portraits in the past. I was able to take this portrait photo of a friend's Labradoodle, and the camera seemed to recognize its face just fine. One UI 4 also brings added functionality to the lock screen. You're now able to switch between audio devices without unlocking your phone. Let's say you're listening to music on some Bluetooth headphones, but you just want to quickly take a call on your phone's headset. A couple taps on the lock screen and you're able to quickly switch your output from your headphones to your headset. The final feature I'd like to mention is the diagnostics scan. If you navigate to battery and device care in your settings, you'll find a new option called diagnostics. This is basically a complete device scan that goes through nearly every aspect of your phone to make sure it's working properly. Things like your battery, NFC, various sensors, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and a lot more are tested. There's 26 areas that the scan covers, and it only takes a few minutes to go through the entire thing. I think this is great because if you're having a specific issue that a restart may not fix, you can run the scan and see if there's anything maybe hardware related that you should start looking at. Overall, I've really enjoyed the new features brought by Android 12. I feel it's made the entire Android experience a bit more pleasant. If you made it this far into the video, let me know what features you like the most about Android 12.